How's it going, viewers? Thank you guys for watching my video. In this video I'll be doing a review on the Urban Armor Gear iPhone 6s case. As you guys can see, it's iPhone 6 or 6s here at the bottom. I'll just go over the cover of the case real quick. Urban Armor Gear has some outdoor type looking activities going on the sides, impact resistant corners, feather light, and screen surround. Not quite sure what that is, but I'm sure we can figure that out later. On the side, it's just UAG, and then the outdoor activities continue. On the back here, it says designed for iPhone 6 and 6s. Feather light talks about some of its features that it provides. Impact resistant. Then there's glare free flash, and then there's the easy access for the buttons. Skid pads and impact resistant corners, as it mentioned up here. And then the screen surround, so we'll find out what that is. I'm just guessing the case curves around the actual screen itself, and both sides have the UAG on them. Just going to go ahead and get into the box here so we can start doing the review portion. So there we have it. Here's the case. It is kind of like, as far as material goes, the inside is a bit soft, and it has the little pockets for collecting dust and little particles that get underneath the phone so it doesn't scratch the phone. These corners, as you can see, in places are somewhat, or not the corners, but the edges are somewhat soft. So it's like a rubber that is, I can't really even fold this in half. So it's fairly sturdy, but there's still a little bit of give, a little bit of, the corners seem, a little bit soft. So there we have it, and it's all black, and this side here is hard plastic. These aren't actual screws, they're just designed to make it look like screws, but overall like a beefy, strong, durable feel to the case. And it has their UAG Urban Armor Gear there on the back. It's got patent pending, made in China, Urban Armor Gear on the inside as well, just kind of saying it's not a knockoff, it's the real thing. And we'll just go ahead and install the phone the way I install my phones. And this is the iPhone 6s, the rose gold version. The way I install my phones, I look for the side with the most buttons. This side's got 3, this side's got 1. I will then put in the side with 3. So once I get it in, I just push on the 2 corners down, and then I use these 2 corners and I push in, slide it that way, and push down when it gets to the point. So then now it is fully installed, and that is exactly what it meant, that curved edge. The case kind of cups the phone. And I'm just going to go ahead and go over the openings here real quick. As the first one you guys can see is the front opening. There is a slight lip, as you guys can see, so if the phone were to fall on his face, it will not get damaged. So there's the lip to protect the front, and the case doesn't block any of the sensors, the mic or the earpiece, nothing like that. So that's nice. I'm going to go ahead and turn on its side. And the first thing I see here is the opening for the mute button, and a little bit of the color shines through. There are volume buttons, and these volume buttons do stick out, and the easy access for the mute. So there we go, and the volume buttons stick out, so when you're holding your phone, they are fairly easy to find. They're fairly easy to find either way. So the buttons are there. As you guys can see, they stick out just a tiny bit, so they're easier to find. Here are the impact resistant corners. There are the skids, so you're not scraping your phone by sliding it. It'll kind of catch and hold. We'll look here at the bottom. There are the openings for the headphone. There's a mic, and then there's a charging port, and you got your speakers. There are openings for all of those. Moving on to the next side is the power button, and the power button has a bit of a little texture to it, and it also it's fairly flush, but it's still easy to find when you're looking for it. There are no openings on the top, and looking at the back, there are these 2 openings down here, but they are just to kind of show the color of your phone. And then there's the anti-glare opening here for the camera and the flash. There's no film blocking that camera, so there's no glare like they have said. And nice opening for the camera and for the microphone for when you're recording video. So there you guys have it. Overall, just by looking at it, I haven't really used this case yet, but overall I've had experiences with Urban Armor gear in the past, and I do recommend their cases. They're nice cases. They're not extremely beefy to where they're not like otter boxes to where they're huge and they don't really fit in their pocket. This is still fairly thin. I feel it will slide in your pocket fairly easily. It's just a tiny bit bigger than the phone. I would not have a problem sliding this phone in and out of my pocket. So I do like the phone. I would recommend it for the case. So I would recommend the case for somebody looking for a medium-sized case, something that's not thin like a skin, but it's not huge like OtterBox. It's right in the middle. It's still easy to work with, but it's still very durable to protect your phone. I would recommend it. I like this case. And thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. See ya.